All right. So first of all, yes, you always start with the slug line. Okay. I'm not sure that you would have a look at what a slug line looks like in a. Actually, I'll bring up a. Let's try one to the phone. So it tends to be int, then you get a dash, okay. And then they put morning, but it would normally be day.
Yeah.
And the structure of the beginning might refer to, I don't know why I've got this outline here, might refer to a shot like the establishing shot, but the description, the action description, is much more likely to look like this. Now, if we looked at that on the screenplay, in the film itself, there are probably 5 or 6 different shots showing her hanging the laundry and what Ashley is doing and what's the dogs going on in the background. But that there isn't a place for that in the screenplay. Yeah, it's just like here's what's happening, really. So you very seldom, not never, if there's a really important close-up or something like that, but if it's just like a narrative of someone putting their shoes on, you would just say he puts his shoes on, he sighs. If you wanted to put anything more in that for the actors, it could be, with a wistful expression on his face or whatever, but you wouldn't say close-up, he looks to, cut away to, okay? That stuff. And actually this would be useful to you when you're doing your photo storyboard. This will be very useful to you because you've thought about it visually.
Yeah.
You could keep this, copy it and paste it somewhere, or keep a record of it, because when you're shooting it, and we're going to do this photo storyboard first, though that is the kind of breakdown you need. This stuff about shots is for the storyboard. It's not so much for the screenplay, though. All right?
Yeah.
So get the slug line right, which means close-up is got a off. And again, it tends to be we see, or if your screenplay style is quite, oops, oh no, I can't get back. Oh, there we go. It could be something like, just to be economical, remember you've got a producer reading this.
Yeah.
That says exactly what you've said, yeah?
Yeah.
But it's just like, boom, here we are in the scene. So here, start. Guys, if you're talking, you're A, interrupting me because I'm recording something, and B, you're not working on your own screenplay. So, so it would be something along the lines of, we see, what's his name?
I don't have a name for
Okay, him. Eric, whatever.
Yeah.
You tend to give the name and you would put it in capitals.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be whatever. And then you almost always have a little line of description saying 17, sandy hair, dressed in blue pajamas,
right, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And again, it's because you're saying to the producer, I want you to have a little handle on this. I want you to have a kind of visual reference so that you know what you're looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't need to know their life story. They just need to know what they're looking at so they can get a picture in their head.
Okay.
Now, you're not using the dialogue. So you should be using dialogue.
Oh.
So you put Bob in there and it will automatically visualize it. And actually, I wonder if we can probably have to put it like that. And then it will format that when you go down.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is a kind of mark specific thing, a bit like getting the slug line right. All your dialogue must be automatically centered and in capitals for the name of your character, and it will automatically put it where it needs to be underneath.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing that you can do in this, if you want to, you can put adverbs in here. So it could be so if you want to give a little bit of
Yeah.
you don't have to keep this in. Okay, so if on the line below in brackets you might say, okay,
Yeah. Right.
yeah, so that's how another way direction. And title. Then again, just say what he's doing. Don't give us the shots.
Yeah. Okay.
So with transition, so that's the transition. You've said cut to here.
Okay.
And I've just lost your stuff. Hang on, let's see if I can put it back in there. And you're doing return, so you get to the next thing. Yeah, so you would, for this one, you would say he gathers his keys and walks out of the house. The music stopping when the door slams, and then for transition you would put cut to, and then you would be here. Okay, then you go to slug line. Okay, yeah.
All right.
So it's just format really. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, don't need
Just too much detail for the
J
cuts.
cut. Yeah, again, just paint the picture.
Okay.
Why have you? What's this? Why have you gone from here to here? Is there a different?
So the next day type thing.
Okay, so you need to say that.
Okay.
So you would say cut to, or fades to, or how do we know it's the next day?
I suppose the weather might be different. Maybe put some different clothes on.
Okay.
Just so you can sort of infer that it's not the same day as the day before.
Are we in the same place?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would say cut to X the same park day, and then in the action you would say a day later, Bob sits on the bench, blah blah blah. Someone gives him a card.
Yeah.
Okay. And then onto here. That's fine. What's the screen? So there you would say either a fade or cut to black as a transition.
Okay.
Yeah. And again here, you would put for transition, you would put montage, or you put cut to, and then how are you going to film this?
How do you mean?